New developments tonight in the investigation into a former Mount Carmel doctor accused of ordering possibly deadly doses of pain medicine for patients.
The state medical board has now suspended Dr. William Husel's license. We have team coverage tonight. Ted Hart has more on the medical board's decision.
But first, NBC4's Dan Perlman is live with new details from the family of one of the patients who died under Dr. Husel's care. Dan?
Yeah, Lynn Marshall told me he was in the hospital room during the final hours of his brother's life, and his brother was so responsive, he was actually trying to get out of the hospital bed to be with him. I want you to go ahead and take a look at your screen. This is Nick Timmons. He was 39 years old, and he died here at Mount Carmel on October 24th. His family's lawyer is saying he was brought here 2 days earlier and eventually admitted to the ICU. As the lawyers say, that is where Dr. Husel ordered he be administered 1,000 micrograms of fentanyl in addition to another opioid and a sedative. Like so many cases, they say Timmons died within minutes. Lynn sharing his thoughts on what we've learned these last 2 weeks.
I'm shocked, really. I don't see how medical professionals that we know can, do that. We trust these people with our lives. And, it's going to make it hard for people to go to hospital if somebody's supposed to save them and, do this to them.
Also today, I received a statement from Joanne Belisari's family. She's the nun attorneys say died at the hands of Husel. The statement reads in part, "We are left confused and with many unanswered questions. We look forward to letting this process play out and hope to receive answers to those questions." The hospital telling me, due to state and federal laws, they cannot comment on any specific cases. Now, as we mentioned with regard to Dr. Husel, today he had his medical license suspended. Our Ted Hart joins us now with more on that. Ted.
Yeah, the state medical board issued a summary suspension of Dr. Husel's license here in the state of Ohio. They did so after reviewing the evidence and after trying to question Dr. Husel earlier this week when they say he declined to answer virtually all of their questions. The medical board found clear and convincing evidence that Husel violated the Medical Practices Act and that his continued practice would create a danger of immediate and serious harm to the public. Mount Carmel fired Dr. William Husel in December amid the mounting evidence that he ordered potentially lethal doses of pain medication for near-death patients. The families of some of the victims have filed lawsuits, and so we are learning details about their stories. Mount Carmel says the number of affected patients now stands at 34, with that number likely to go up. The medical board suspension cites 2 cases in particular where Husel ordered 1,000 micrograms of fentanyl, and in each case the patient died within minutes. The notice of suspension says Husel appeared before representatives of the board earlier this week, but asserted his Fifth Amendment right and declined to answer virtually all questions, including whether he administered drugs to the patients for the purpose of ending their lives. The hospital has admitted that it was slow to react, receiving the first formal report of concern about Husel's care on October 25th. But 4 weeks passed, and 3 more patients died before Husel was removed from patient care on November 21st. And Dr. Husel now has 30 days to request a hearing before the state medical board. However, sources say it is unlikely that he would appear for a hearing like that, given the pending criminal investigation in this matter. Local for you and live on the West Side, Ted Hart, NBC4.
All right, Ted, thank you. You can count on NBC4 for continuing coverage of all these lawsuits. Everything we know so far can be found on our website, NBC4i.com, including a complete timeline of the investigation and of all the actions taken to date by Mount Carmel Hospital.